The Hermit's Path. Every life follows a path. Most people move through their days without thinking much about the small habits that guide them, the words they speak, the choices they repeat, the routines that quietly shape who they become. The Hermit's Path is a place to slow down and look at those small things. In this series, we explore simple ideas and practical steps that can help bring a little more awareness and intention into everyday life. Nothing complicated, just thoughtful ways to live a little more deliberately, one small step at a time. Who the Queer Hermit is. The Queer Hermit is a man who stopped negotiating with himself. He does not move through the world asking for permission to exist as he is. He does not adjust his nature to make others comfortable. What you see is not a performance refined over time. It is what remained after the performance was no longer needed. He is a quiet man, but not a passive one. His quiet is chosen. It comes from knowing that not everything needs to be said to be understood, and not everything deserves his energy. He values solitude, not because he fears people, but because he understands what happens to a man who never steps away from them. In solitude, he returns to center. He sharpens his thinking. He recognizes what is his and what never was. He is a man who builds his life with his own hands whenever possible. Not for image, not for approval, but because there is a kind of honesty in doing things yourself that cannot be replaced. He does not rush. He does not chase. He does not live by urgency. He moves at a pace that allows him to remain aware of his surroundings, of his thoughts, of the direction he is choosing. While others are pulled forward by noise, he remains steady, choosing each step instead of reacting to it. He is queer, and he does not separate that from his strength. There is no performance in it, no need to prove it, no need to soften it. It is simply part of who he is, as natural and unforced as his solitude. He understands desire. He understands connection, but he does not depend on either to define him. If someone stands beside him, it is because they belong there, not because he needed them to fill something missing. He does not confuse independence with isolation. He knows the difference between being alone and being whole. He has known loss. He has known attachment. He has known what it is to build a life with someone and what it is to continue after that life changes. What remains is not emptiness. What remains is structure. He is not interested in being seen by everyone. He is interested in being known by the right ones, and even then, only as much as he chooses to be known. He does not offer himself all at once. He does not explain himself endlessly. He stands as he is and allows others to decide whether they recognize something in that. The queer hermit is not a role. It is not a mask. It is a man who chose a way of living that does not require constant validation, constant noise, or constant presence. A man who found that when everything unnecessary is stripped away, what remains is not less. It is clearer. Walking the hermit's path doesn't require dramatic change. Most of the time, it begins with something small, a new habit, a different way of thinking, or a simple choice made with a little more awareness. If something in this episode resonated with you, consider giving the video a like and sharing it with someone who might also appreciate the idea. And if you'd like to continue exploring simple ways to live more intentionally, be sure to subscribe and join me again along the Hermit's Path.